Okay, Kevin, here we are. It's evaluation day. All right. So here's what we've got going on. The movement is actually, the movement that's in here, the A movement is great. It's running great. Physically, it's running very well. We've got great numbers. It's blasting along. This is one of the reasons why I love the A movements, because this is what they did. They were reliable and wonderful, which is why the B and the C movements were such a shock, that they were so unreliable, because up to this point, for 40 plus years, Seiko had produced wonderful movements. And look at this one going. And it's an A movement. So, and it's good. And I have ascertained what the issue is, as far as I can tell. You had a guy, and he installed a new old stock movement for you from CoServe, an old A series movement. This is your old movement, and it's rough. It won't run at all, and it's got all kinds of like rust on here. I mean, this is up to full power, and it really doesn't want to run at all. So that's junk. Your watch, this movement, the issue is that this A movement, I don't believe that it's, I'm not sure. Well, I'm unclear about what it is, because it doesn't look unserviced. It doesn't look new old stock to me. It's kind of dirty and flaky. It's got scratches on it. The movement just looks hazy. It's running great, but the problem that I can tell, I powered this up to full power, force wound it right here. And the mainspring feels kind of gluey to me, which is the sign of an older movement. But also, I noticed it's not winding. The auto winder isn't clicking this ratchet spring over. It should be going tink, 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 tink. There's one tink. But it's not winding. So the pawl lever is probably bad, which means that this thing kept not running because it wasn't winding. So that's probably a lot of the issue. The seals are ancient. I don't know why he didn't change the seals. The seals are ancient. They're absolutely flattened. So, I mean, that's a mystery. I don't know why he wouldn't recommend changing the seals. Crystal obviously needs to be redone as well. The only other thing I see, and I could feel this, your your cannon pinion feels weak to me. This should be gripping much more firmly. I think the cannon pinion is worn. I think this is a good original but not new old stock movement. I think that's the thing. It definitely needs service. There's no lubrication under the capsule, and the mainspring feels gluey, but I think the train is good. I think the base of the movement is fine. It's not winding. The auto winder is not working, so that's our problem. Case needs to be rebuilt, needs new seals. I'd put in a new crystal. It's probably going to need a cannon pinion replaced and or the center wheel. I'm not sure which yet, and it definitely needs a problem with the winding, but the core of the movement's fine. So it's just a matter of if you want to invest in that. So you let me know if you want that to happen. But we can certainly make it happen. 1997. Okay, thank you.